ladies and gentlemen, Richard Kenobi here, back to bring you another review of my latest movie that I've seen. This time we will be looking at the King of the Monsters, Godzilla. Now, I am a huge Godzilla fan. I have been since I was a child, and, let me take you back to my first Godzilla movie that I saw, not in the theater, but on TV. It was the original, Godzilla 1954. It's probably regarded as the best of the series. Now, there are other films that secure it, but nothing can beat the original. Until today, that is. Now, let me be honest. When I saw the 1998 version, it was not what we were promised we were going to get. Because, one, the creature was not called Godzilla. In fact, Toho decided to name him Zilla because, one, he's not a reptile. Two, he is not 400 feet tall. Three, he is not indestructible. And four, he does not breathe fire. So that Godzilla, or monster movie, does not deserve the name Godzilla. But this one does. Now, when I heard the announcement for this movie last year, I was hyped, and I was just blown away by the trailer. This was the Godzilla movie we needed. Unfortunately, it came too late. But better late than never, we always say. So, what does your favorite oh, hell with it. My jokes get bad anyway. What did I think of it? I thought it was awesome. It was dramatic, it was emotional, it was action-packed and thrilling. This is how a Godzilla movie should be. And props to the director, the cast, and especially huge props goes to the cinematographer, because the visual effects in this movie, it just shows you that we have come a long way in technology. I mean, seriously. When you go into this movie, you will actually feel like you're witnessing the fight. Now, before I get started talking about this movie, let me remind you, I will not be giving out spoilers. This will be completely spoiled-free. There will be a spoiled version tomorrow, sometime around noon. So I hope that clears it up. Now then, well, this movie, it was pretty good. I mean, the opening was amazing. Now, the only problem I think I and everyone else agree on, Godzilla doesn't show up until about 40 minutes into this. So, be that as it may, that's not a huge spoiler. That's not even a spoiler at all. So, if you're going to see this movie, just keep an open mind. Now, how does everything else hold up to me? Everything was fine. I mean, Bryan Cranston was amazing. It's just too bad he wasn't in the movie as much as I thought he would. It mainly goes to Mr. Aaron Johnson, because saying his name just puts my tongue in a tongue twister, or kick-ass, as I like to call him. And Elizabeth Olsen, who is Scarlet Witch in next year's Avengers. But yeah, guys, the cast in this is just great. I mean, they not only managed to successfully, bring Godzilla to a Western audience and finally give us a serious look at the King of the Monsters. They managed to pay homage to him, and I think that is where this movie shined. Because, seriously, guys, you can tell that there are so many little tributes to Godzilla in this movie, and I'm quite thankful for that. The pacing was good. I liked it, and when I finally did see Godzilla, I gotta say, he looks visually stunning. Now, the only thing that kind of freaked me out in the theaters, because there were jump scares and quite a lot of action, but I'm not freaked out by action. Now, if you're going into this movie like I was, the surround sound was so loud, it shook everybody in the damn theater. Because, Godzilla, especially when you heard Godzilla's new roar, it completely made everyone's blood pumping. their hearts started pounding, and it was just so loud. It was like listening to a remix of Michael Bay's Explosions, but put it into Godzilla, if that makes any sense. Also, I thought, just the amount to detail in this movie was pretty good. Now, there is a couple things that I didn't like in this movie, but unfortunately they are spoilers, and I said I'm not going to give spoilers away, so unfortunately you will have to wait tomorrow to hear what I didn't like about it. But for those of you who did see the movie, you can already guess what I did not like about it, so fear not. But what I did like about it is just, it was visually stunning. The dramatic, thrilling climaxes were just amazing. Bryan Cranston steals pretty much the first half of the movie, and then the rest is pretty much demoted to the military and Mr. Johnson and Godzilla and the monsters themselves, which is pretty good. And then the ending, holy crap, the ending was just fan-fucking-tastic, guys. It was phenomenal. And all I gotta say is really, it's just a real shame that we had to wait almost 15 years later for this movie to see the light of day. And, if this movie came out 5 years after the 1998 version, let's just say Toho would not have allowed it, because my brother brought up a good point, because unfortunately, due to the asshole who directed Zilla, let's just say Toho never trusted us again, but finally we did it. America finally did it. We made a Godzilla movie. Now, this movie has already grossed $90 million this past weekend, and holy shit, man, that's pretty impressive, even from, a regular box office standpoint. This movie, I don't want to give it away, but I am assuming this movie is getting a sequel, because, it's about time the Western audience, which is us, we get to see America make the sequels, or reboots, whichever one you want to go with, because no disrespect to Toho, because Toho makes them, they made them year after year after year, and they put their hard back into it with all those movies, ranging from the 50s to the new millennium. And let's just say, guys, I agree, no one knows how to do it better than Toho, but finally we managed to do it pretty good ourselves. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, that's fine and all, but how does the movie, how does the experience leave you feeling? That's a good question, actually. The experience, if you're leaving, after you sit through this whole movie, and that ending, of course, you're gonna feel like, where has this been? Your eyes will be open, and you will finally be able to, if you've never been a Godzilla fan, and if you've heard of this, and you think it's too pretty much serious, well, go see this movie, and you'll see exactly why he is called the King of the Monsters. Now, for those of you who are hardcore Godzilla fans, I don't understand all of the minor hate on this movie, because hardcore Godzilla fans, they think this is an okay movie, but it didn't fit their image, because I'm not going to drop any names here. I'm just going to say old school Godzilla fans will probably end up missing the rubber suit. That's fine and all right? But unfortunately, I'm a 90s kid, okay, and I do not mind this movie. In fact, I liked it this way. I completely liked it this way. The movie did. It brought so much. It brought so much attention to itself. And you might be thinking, well, okay, it sounds like you're just over defending this movie. Well, okay, maybe I am. But I want you guys to know, This movie did something that we thought we couldn't do. We did something not even Toho thought we could do. Make a damn Godzilla movie. And I gotta say, guys, after seeing this movie, I can now say that we did it. We just completely made a good Godzilla movie. Now, unfortunately, this movie probably does have flaws, but that doesn't stop it from being pretty good. So you can if you can look past some minor flaws, then you'll be able to enjoy the movie. But yeah, guys, that's about all I can say about the movie, because to be honest, what more can I say? Well, actually, I want to say I could keep going about this movie all night, but unfortunately, it'll sound like I'm giving too much away. So, if you really want to know how this movie is, then I suggest you go out and see it for yourself. Now, keep in mind, if you're going to see the 2D version, good luck to you, because the surround sound is very loud. It almost makes you feel like you're getting your heart filled with explosions. And I'm not trying to make a Michael Bay joke, but let's just say you already seen the joke, so you know what kind of a reference I'm making. But yeah, guys, I'm going to give Godzilla 5 out of 5 stars. It was action-packed, it was thrilling, it was dramatic, it took itself seriously, and it managed to do what Pacific Rim kind of didn't. Now, that's not to say I hate Pacific Rim. I just thought the tone of that movie was just too goofy. It almost felt like a cartoon show, but with cheesy and goofy atmosphere. But this movie, it takes itself pretty seriously. Now, that's not to say there are no jokes in this movie. There's a joke where they discuss what Godzilla's doing, and Dr. Zirazawa, I think that's how I said it, he pretty much discusses the name, and he says, "We call this Godzilla." And everybody, that gets a chuckle from everybody. I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, guys, that's about it. Like I said, I want to talk more in depth about this movie, but unfortunately, it requires spoilers, and unfortunately, that's what I do best. So yeah, guys, thank you all for watching this first in many online reviews for you guys. I hope to bring you more, and yeah. So if you like, please comment, share, and subscribe. And all I have to say is, I'm Richard Kenobi. May the Force be with you.